students, this is Sonali Mangal and I am going to teach you the chapter Discovering Tut. The saga continues, which is the third chapter of class 11th English textbook Hornbill. How many of you have heard about the seven wonders of the world and the pyramids of Egypt? So this is also one very adventurous and interesting chapter which brings you forth the story of a mummy, which brings you forth the story of a mummy, of a teenager king whose name was Tutankhamun and who had ruled Egypt and its empire. He was laid to rest with gold and eventually forgotten. When his tomb was discovered in 1922, the modern world thought what were the possible reasons of the death. And in order to solve this murder mystery, now after 80 years, his body was subjected to CT scan, and that offered clues about his life and death. So, this is a chapter which would give you a deep insight into Egyptian culture. It is also scientific chapter because it tells how the process of CT scan was done. It tells about the culture of Egypt. It tells about the job of an archaeologist. So many things you will get to know in this chapter, and I hope that you would definitely like this chapter. The writer of this chapter is Mr. A.R. Williams, who is a British novelist and journalist. He developed a love for reading at a very young age, and in the fourth grade, when his assignment he got to write own work of fiction, it occurred to him that he could to write some tales that people enjoyed. So this chapter brings you the reality along with the description which is added by the author by his own study and his own experiences. So, first you should know about what is archaeology. The students of humanities must be aware about this word, that it is study of ancient and recent human past through material remains. So, if you want to study about the civilization, about the age of any living, non living object, then definitely you have to know what is archaeology. In this, even fossils are studied, that is paleontology, and the scientific study of historic or prehistoric people and their culture by analysis of their own artifacts, inscriptions, monuments, and other such remains, especially those have been excavated, they come in the study of archaeology. And this chapter will open many historical and scientific terms in front of you and tell you the mystery of the mummies lying inside the pyramids in their tombs, their lavishness, their rich culture, everything you will get to know. Even there is suspense, there is adventure, everything you will get to know. So, King Tut, who was the last heir of a very powerful family that ruled Egypt for centuries, it also describes how a CT scan of Tut's mummy revealed interesting facts about him. Chapter deals with history, science, technology, and ancient Egyptian religious beliefs, customs, and traditions. Historical event of King Tut's death shrouded in mystery. What is the mystery? What is the result when they open that mystery, when they explode the reason of his death, what results came out? Even the stories of many legends you will get to know. So Tut ruled for 9 years and then died mysteriously and unexpectedly. This I am telling you the summary. He was the last of his family's line, and his funeral brought an end to his powerful dynasty. Tut's father or grandfather Amenhotep III, a powerful pharaoh who ruled for about 4 decades. His son Amenhotep IV shocked the country by attacking Amun, a major god. And what did he do? He smashed the images and closed all his temples. And he changed his name Akhenaten and promoted the worship of Aten or the sun disk. After his death, a mysterious ruler appeared and excited with hardly a trace. Exited with hardly a trace. Ted took over, changed his name from Tutankhaten to Tutankhamun, the living image of Amun, restored the old ways. Means he wanted to get the old days which were there in the ruling period of Akhenaten III. He was a very powerful ruler. He ruled for 9 years, then died mysteriously and unexpectedly. And a British archaeologist whose name was Howard Carter, in 1992 he discovered his tomb. In 1968, an anatomy professor X-rayed the mummy and revealed that Tut's breastbone and front ribs were missing. In order to unravel the mystery of his death, King Tut's mummy was scanned in 2005 and important clues were gathered. This lesson also provides a comprehensive awareness of ancient Egyptian culture. The ancient Egyptians believed that there was life after death. That is why the pharaohs were buried with the tremendous amount of wealth, including things of daily use, so that they could use them in their life after death. It was also believed that gold would guarantee their resurrection. Means how much gold they would be buried with, definitely they will come back to life. What is the literal meaning of the word resurrection? Coming back to life after death, as Jesus Christ was alive again. So this is resurrection. In this slide, that how archaeologists were working on the mummy of Tutankhamun. These are the artifacts which you can see on the mummy. This is a gold mummy or box, coffin box in which the mummy is mummified, and the jewelry you can see, and you can see the accessories which are kept along with it. This is also a coffin box. You will get to know about the detailed story of Tutankhamun, and definitely this is the front view of mummy. This is CT scanning shown in the slide. You can see. Now I would focus on the figurative language used in the chapter. You can see on page number 23, para 1, an angry wind stirred up ghostly dust devils. So personification is used here because the wind is pictured as angry It is unanimate object treated as a person. And dust devils. The clouds of dust are treated as devils by the writer. This is personification. Dark bellied clouds had scudded across the desert sky all day and were wheeling the stars in cascade. Personification is used here. The dark clouds are pictured as dark bellied persons moving across the sky. Scudded across means moving across the sky, covering the stars in dark green. Beat down like a hammer. So, sun is not a person, non living thing, and it is a star and it is beating like a hammer. There is again personification. Just above the entrance to Tut's tomb stood Orion, watching over the boy king. Orion, is a constellation, a hunter constellation. So personification is used here because it was guarding or watching over the Tut. So this is, I have told everything about the chapter. In the next chapter, we will do the detailed study of this text, and we would ask certain questions so that we can come to know about that you have understood the chapter or not. So till then, bye bye, thank you, and Jai Hind to you.